Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, the channel for beginners to advanced players, and this is the beginners course class number 8. So as usual we will start with some catching and throwing, some shallow swings, and today we're gonna start with the full serve, again focusing a little more on the direction, and then the backhand direction with the complete stroke at the end. And little by little we are going to start to play. So let's get started. So as usual we start with catching and throwing, but today we will implement something when it's getting further away from the court, from the center, that we will make first the crossover step, so to get quicker in the future. So here I'm explaining it doesn't matter if you finish on the left or on the right, but the first step, if you want to go back to the center, has to be in the direction of the center. So here the right foot will go first to the center, then you make a left and a side step. So right, left and side step. Depending on how far you are, it can maybe 2 side steps, but this is the idea, that the first step is a crossover step. Unless you are very short to the center, it can become a side step. So here I'm explaining the center of the court and the center of the playable court. So if your opponent is on the other side in the backhand corner, like I'm explaining here, he can play, let's say, a shorter ball that goes more to the outside. That means that the ball, the center will not be between the two single lines, but the center will now between the two possible points that your opponent can play. So it will not be the small white line in the center, it will be where I'm going to put the ball, and that will be the center of 2. So here I'm going 4 steps to the left, 4 steps to the right. So this is where the center of the playable court is, and where I'm going now, this is the center of the court. So that's the difference. So and then we go again to the shadow swings, following your hands, going in the direction, bounce and turn, touch and finish in the different directions. And today also we're going to do some shadow swings, but finding that rhythm while we're on the move. So now we just do the directions, but here we just go from back to forth, and back up, and the body will go. So next time we will also do this with the ball. Now it's just the idea, going back and forth, keep moving. Now the preparation we are making here is straight down, but we will also do the same afterwards with the bounce and turn, with the higher, with the C preparation, let's call it, and we do the same. So racket goes back, you step in, you find the ball, you touch, you finish, but the body keeps moving. So this we have to do. Next time we will do it with the ball without stopping. So we keep continuing, but we will learn to find the ball, touch and finish. Today we will start with the serve, and I brought my whip. The whip is to get that racket head acceleration, to get more that loose wrist. A lot of people, they are squeezing too hard on the racket, and you have to push the tip of the racket forward. But if you squeeze too hard, it's not possible. Now that whip, will make noise. Unless you are swinging with your arm, that whip will not make a lot of noise. So now you can hear, if you have a loose wrist, you will hear that woof, in that swing, and this is what we have to create. So it's not that you go full out of the arm, she will stretch and then push the whip or whip it, and then we do it also from the straight position, the turn, the stretch, and then accelerating that whip. And this is what we will have to practice against the ball. So that tip of the racket should accelerate forward, not to swing out of the arm. So stretch, and then the wrist action, let's call it, and the tip of the racket should go down first, and then the arm follows. You will see that a lot of times, she will still go like I'm showing here, with the arm first, so that the racket stays higher than the arm. But once the arm is stretched, the racket goes down and the arm follows. So again here, very important is the toss, explaining that it's just the arm goes up, it's not throwing, it's just lifting the arm. So the better the one is, the more time you have. And here I'm explaining that you can have a low toss, a higher toss, and a high toss. This will be your personal thing. You have to look afterwards. Once you have a higher toss and the rhythm starts to become better and better, you will see that you will adjust the toss for your rhythm you have. Some people like to have a quick motion, other people like to do it more slower, to have a little bit more control. But this is something that she will have to find once you get that good rhythm. So here we start with the backhand. We stayed a long time in the serve. So here just learn to touch the ball in the direction. So bringing the ball back in the direction, is easier. And now we will start to find the ball, touch, and now we will start to touch and finish. We will going faster today because we stay too long in the serve, but the serve is already 50% if you start to play games. So now she's finding it, touching and finish in the same direction the ball is coming. And now she will start in the back, so she will have more turn, a little bit more speed. So she needs also to learn to control. See, the ball goes faster, control the speed, turn, touch, finish. And also from the other side, so bringing the ball back in the cross line, and after a few minutes we will start to change the direction from a cross ball to a long line. And again, the difficulty, like we have seen in the former class, the same in the forehand. If the ball comes into the body like we are starting now, you need a little more distance for the contact and an easier swing. So, but we didn't have that much time today for the backhand. As you can see here, she needs to find the distance, and then we start to play. And this time we started to play with the orange ball. So this ball bounces a little higher, is a little faster. When you hit it, it also leaves the racket a little faster. So getting used to different balls, different bounces, which will help you in your coordination. And we played about 3 to 5 minutes, and the next class we will go more in playing and starting to give the balls from the back to have a better idea on how fast the ball comes, how high the ball bounces. We will play with the orange and also with the green dot ball. And then the next class will be only with the hard balls, and see how easy it is to find the ball, to feel the ball, to make that touch and finish. So now it's only playing, and in the also a little bit the running.